As a World Cup winning trainer with more than 400 Dubai winners to his name, Kiaran McLaughlin needs little introduction ahead of his return to the Middle East. The Kentucky native, who was last in Dubai in 2009, has a strong team for the carnival, and we caught up with him at Godolphin's Marmoon training base to find out a little bit more. So welcome back, Kiaran. It's great to see you here. And how are you settling in, and how are the horses settling in?
The horses came out last week and have settled in great. It's a beautiful facility. The weather's been unbelievable, and the horses are training great. I arrived Monday, and I feel very good too. I've had a good travel, no problems.
What's the thinking with having them based out here at this beautiful yard of Charlie's, as opposed to being in quarantine or even at Al-Quaz?
Well, it's beautiful out here, and we were asked to come out here and train, and we like to train right-handed, so it's available out here to train right-handed, and it's just a beautiful facility. We feel fortunate that we're out here.
It's very exciting for the carnival having an American team here this early. You, of course, have been here, been very successful travelling horses in before. Have you done things very similarly this time in terms of the gap between shipping in and running as to what you do with Invasor?
Yes, but Invasor came out 12 days before he ran the World Cup. This time, all these horses are going to run once or twice or three times, so it is different for us to be out this early. But we hope they perform well Thursday night, and then we'll make a plan on if we run back or just go straight to the World Cup. Marking is a nice colt who's going to run next week on the 11th, sprinting, and he'll just run back on World Cup night.
Okay, that's interesting. We'll talk about Frosted first, because of course he's one of the stable stars. And he was a very good horse for you last year, just kept running into one American Pharaoh, which I suppose is a bit unfortunate.
Yes, it is a bit unfortunate, but he ran very well, and he won the Grade 1 in the Wood Memorial in April before the Kentucky Derby. A little unlucky in the Kentucky Derby to be so far back. He closed well to finish 4th, and then was 2nd in the Belmont, 3rd in the Travers, and on only 3 weeks rest he might have run one of his best races in the Pennsylvania Derby. So that was the thinking about coming out early with him, run once, twice, or even have 3 races here. We could run back in the last leg of the Maktoum Challenge and then to the World Cup on 3 weeks rest. So he's a very nice horse, settled in well, and we hope he wins on Thursday night.
He's a horse who, as you mentioned, really sort of thrives on his racing, doesn't he? He seems to just get
He
better.
does. The more you do with him, the better he gets, it seems like, with racing and working. So he's doing fabulous.
What did you make of his run in the Breeders' Cup Classic? Did that come just at the end of a long season?
Yeah, possibly. And American Pharaoh had everything his way. Obviously, he won easy. And we were disappointed, but we only got beat half a length for 4th and finished 7th. So we're going to throw it out and move on. And he's had a good freshening and a couple of months off, and he's ready to go.
And do you feel that prepping him here, as opposed to going through something like the Don Handicap, is going to be beneficial, giving him experience of Meydan?
Yes, we feel that way. And talking to John Ferguson last year about this course in the dirt, and just getting a race over the track will help. And we have William Buick riding for the first time, so he'll learn about the horse and see how it goes. So we're happy to be here and prepping here instead of Florida.
He's a horse who stays very well. Looking at Maktoum Challenge Round 2, there's not a great deal of pace in there. Are you a little bit concerned about that?
Yes, we are, but he can be close to the pace too. He can even be on the lead if needed. So we'll leave that up to William and see if there's someone that goes, or 1 or 2 horses he would prefer to sit 3rd or 4th. But if we have to be 1st or 2nd, we'll leave that up to William.
And we've already mentioned Invasor. You also came over here with Albertus Maximus. You've got a lovely 3-year-old at home, Mahayman. Where does Frosted sort of sit among all of the best that you've trained?
Well, he's one of the best that I've ever trained, and he had a huge year in 2015, earning just shy of $2 million. So he's a very consistent, beautiful horse with a great pedigree and hopefully a future stallion.
You also run in the same race Elnaawi, who's a beautifully bred horse. It doesn't get much better than his pedigree. What's the thinking with running him here? Was it something Sheikh Hamdan was very keen to do?
Well, yes, we wanted to bring the horse out because You know, Shadwell and Sheikh Hamdan over the years has been a big supporter of ours, and being that we were coming out here, we wanted to try and find a horse that we could run in the festival. So he has sneaky good form. I mean, he was third in the Don last year, and then he had a slight setback, and we didn't get him back for quite a while, and he just ran second to It's a Knockout, who Todd Pletcher said he's running the Don, and if he runs well, he might bring out here for the World Cup. So his form is pretty good, and we think that he'll run well.